my fellow students. I am Du Shenyan from Beijing International Chinese College. Today, we will learn about the evolution of Chinese scripts. The Hanzi we commonly use today are different from those used 3,000 years ago. What changes did Hanzi go through to become what they are now? In this lesson, we will answer this question. First, please take a look at these pictures. What do you see from these pictures? Yes, all these pictures show the character home from different historical periods. There are a total of 8 forms here, showing the character home from Orca script to the simplified characters of today. As historical time passed, the form of Hanzi underwent many changes. Generally speaking, the evolution of Hanzi has gone through the development of 5 formal scripts, such as Orca script, bronze script, seal script, official script, and regular script, and the 2 supplementary scripts, such as cursive script and running script. And another one is simplified characters. Now, let's get to know the first one is the Orca script, which is called 甲骨文 in Chinese. 甲骨文are the characters engraved on tortoise shells and animal bones. They are a record of the divination activities of the kings and nobles at that time. The kings and nobles at that time liked divination very much. They divined on topics such as war and sacrifice, to dreams and daily issues, even at toothaches. Where did 甲骨文 come from? People used tortoise shells and oracle bones and fire in the divination process. After the divination, the questions and answers were written on the tortoise shells or animal bones. Why are 甲骨文 so important? 甲骨文 is the earliest mature script known in Chinese history. Many common Hanzi in 甲骨文had already appeared that could be used to meet the basic needs of record keeping. The main dynasty that used the 甲骨文is the Shang dynasty. After the fall of the Shang dynasty, the shells and bones with 甲骨文 were buried underground until they were discovered by a scholar named Wang Yirong in 1899. What are the characteristics of 甲骨文? 甲骨文 were mostly carved with sharp tools. That's why the strokes are thin, hard, and straight. Now let's have a challenge of 甲骨文. What 甲骨文 can you find in this picture? Now let's check the answers. This is 鸟. This is 鹿. This is 象, an elephant with long nose. This is 鱼. This is 龟. This is 豹. This is 雁, whose tail looks like a pair of scissors. This is phoenix, with beautiful feathers. Did you guess them correctly? Another challenge. Can you guess the meaning of this 甲骨文? This is 周. This is 门. This is 网. And that is 车. Did you guess them correctly? The second is bronze script, which is called 金文 in Chinese. 金文 mainly refer to the characters cast on bronze from the Western Zhou dynasty about 3,000 years ago. We also call 金文钟鼎文. Zhong means bronze bells, which were used to make music. Ding is a type of vessel, which were used for cooking and eating. Zhong and Ding are the most common bronzeware with inscriptions. So we also call Jingwen Zhongdingwen. The inscriptions on bronzeware mainly praise the virtues of the ancestors. The early Jingwen are only 2 or 3 hanzi long, but later inscriptions sometimes contain more than 100 hanzi. The most hanzi in a bronze inscription found to date is nearly 500 characters. What are the characteristics of Jingwen? Compared to Jiaguwen, the strokes of Jingwen are rough and thick because the inscriptions are cast on bronze. Now let's have a challenge. Can you guess the meaning of these 2 Jingwen characters? These 2 characters are from a 3,000 years old one vessel, which is called Hezun. They are China. This is the earliest record of the word 中国. The next one is small seal script, which is called 小篆 in Chinese. 小篆 refers to the standard script popular during the Qin dynasty. About 2,200 years ago, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, established the first unified dynasty in China, the Qin dynasty. In order to consolidate his rule, he carried out a series of reforms, including unifying the writing system. The unified writing system is 小篆. 小篆characters are well proportioned, long and thin, with rounded lines. They are very beautiful. People still use them to make seals today. 小篆also represents the end of the ancient writing stage. Now let's try to write these 2 小篆characters according to the stroke order. The first one is 火, means fire. The second one is 9, means 9. Official script, which is called 隶书 in Chinese. Compared to 小篆, it is much quicker to write 隶书. In the Han Dynasty, 小篆was completely replaced by 隶书. By the time that the 隶书 became the official script, the pictographic characteristic of ancient Hanzi had disappeared and the lines used in writing were replaced by strokes. Thus, the era of modern characters have arrived. The strokes in 隶书 are horizontally long and vertically short, and strokes vary in thickness. The overall strokes of 隶书 are wide and flat, and are relatively solemn. Then this is the regular script, which is called 楷书 in Chinese. In the last years of Han Dynasty, more than 1,800 years ago, 楷书 emerged. But it was not until the Southern and Northern dynasties the 楷书rose to dominate status. It has been used as a state standard script up until today, and it is the longest used formal script. Now in China, when primary school students started to learn to write characters, they learned to write 楷书. Then there are 草书 and 行书. 草书 and 行书 are used as a secondary script rather than a main script. The most commonly used materials for writing Hanzi in ancient China were brush, ink, paper, and inkstone. They are called the four treasures of study. The brush is very soft. Slight changes in the pressure applied in writing each stroke will make them become thicker or thinner. Coupled with changing the writing speed to new and relatively free-form scripts occurred, 草书 and 行书. 草书 is named so because of its scribble characteristic. Some 草书 are difficult to identify and become complete works of art. 行书 is in between 草书 and 楷书. The writing is faster than 楷书, making it more efficient and convenient, and it is more recognizable than 草书. Today, we normally use 行书 when we write. Now let's have a challenge. Please match the Hanzi with the correct script. Did you get them correctly? And think about that. What's your favorite script and why? Evolution of Chinese scripts. This process basically follows a general tendency. That is, Hanzi developed to be easier to write with. First, the pictographic degree of Hanzi decreased. Second, the art-like lines become more stroke-like. Third, the whole structure of the original Hanzi were continuously simplified. On the whole, Hanzi were constantly standardized and become the simplified characters that are used throughout China today. Here are some simplified characters. From their appearance, you will find that they are easier to write. Hanzi also have many aesthetic applications, such as calligraphy, seal cutting, and some designs. This is the logo of Beijing International Chinese College. This is the character Han. And this is the logo of Interactive Learning Center of Chinese Character. This is for the character Zi. They are together Han Zi. And here are some designs about the 甲骨文 emojis. Have you used that before? Okay. That's all for now. Thank you. 谢谢。